Hello, I'm back. I want to talk about more things that just happen to be on my mind. I've written down a list of things that I could potentially talk about. I don't know if I'll talk about them though, because I tend to have a hard time staying on topic. Um, I want to at least introduce some topics that I might talk about and I might not talk about. So, I've written down just my thoughts. I think therapy is designed for white people, at least in the US, and I don't enjoy objectively good or mainstream media. Like, if you name something mainstream that everyone likes, I probably won't like it. I don't know why. Not in like, ugh, you like, I don't like not liking things for the sake of them being popular, because I think that's the same as liking something just because it's popular. But I think for some reason there is things that is generally well liked and everyone can agree like this is a good film and I just won't like it. For example, I didn't like Coraline. I think it was well made, but I didn't like it. And I appreciate the work that went into it. Oh my gosh, I look so like pale on this camera. Like it looks like my skin color and my lips are the same color. But I don't know, I didn't like it. I've written down church and religion and then I put books in parentheses. I think people need to have deeper thoughts, and I think that if people want to boycott something, they absolutely can. I mean, they stop making excuses that we can't. Um, and parents not telling you what's in the food that you eat, specifically immigrant parents, because they're very mysterious like that. My water's over here. It's very hot today, so I have water with me just in case I might need to drink it. Yeah, that's why. I guess we can kind of get into this a little bit. Okay. I think people can have deeper thoughts. I think people can be thinking deeper than they are, and that they get very caught up into very stupid things, or they're not like, not, I don't want to be mean, because I think everyone is, of course, conscious, but I feel like to a certain extent, there's some people, and they're not conscious. Like, I don't really feel like you're a human person. Like, where is your thoughts? Where is your ability to think for yourself? Can we get maybe a little deeper into your brain? I would like to just pick at their brain. Um, I think one example of this is I don't think I'm like I don't think I'm intellectual and I'm so deep and nobody else will think as deep as I am. I'm so smart. I don't think that way at all. But I do think to a certain extent I do have thoughts in my brain. Of course, everyone does. But it's like, okay, for example, I'm not a good writer. I'm not good at writing. I really cannot write well. I'm not articulate. I don't have really a good flow. I'm not able to segue into things right. So I'll have like my freaking intro, my body, and another body, and like it's like my first body and my second body paragraph don't go together at all. What is happening? There's no transition. Um, I'm just not articulate. I'm not able to write things. I'm not poetic. I'm not flowy like that. I'm not eloquent with my words or the way I speak at all. But I think I know a lot of people who are eloquent and articulate, but they lack the ideas behind it to be, like, to do something awesome with their articulateness. Like, I wanted to take AP Lang, and in my last video I talked about how I did take AP Lang and the whole process with that. And my current teacher, or like my teacher from the year before, was like, I think that you have the thoughts to be an AP student in the terms of the way you think and your feelings, which he was talking just like, I don't want to like glaze myself, but, but he was just talking like how he doesn't see a lot of students who have like the thoughts behind it. Who don't really have things to think about or like, I think it's just this, I don't know. But, and I was like, I feel like I actually think everyone has thoughts. Like everyone has something really deep or on their mind and have really interesting stuff to talk about. I think everyone has that. And then I went to AP Lang and I was like, oh, I feel like we could be having more fun with our assignments and being more deep, and we're not deep. We're just talking about like stupid brain rot. Um, like we for our final, we had 4 different finals for my AP class. Um, and basically one of them was we have to make a presentation on what we think Gatsby means and what Gatsby is. And it's like, why are we no hate. I don't want to say this, because it don't sound hateful. I guess there was someone who just compared, who said Gatsby. I don't know what it was. There was presentations where it's like, I feel like you don't have thoughts in your brain. Like, people were comparing Gatsby to freaking, like, I don't even know what it is. I know there's this like Netflix show called XO Kitty Cat, and I know there's a show. I only know about it because I like know this YouTuber was talking about how it's like bad Korean representation. And prior to that, I know XO Kitty Cat is like a spin-off. I don't know if it's actually even Kitty Cat. I might just be saying that. I'm making things up. I'm a LARP. There was like, it's a spin-off from another show. It's like, To All the Boys I Loved Before, I think. I don't know. I've never seen it, right? Maybe it's like really good and I'm just hating for no reason. But, someone was like, Gatsby is XO Kitty Cat. To All the Boys I Loved Before. Love Triangle. Which, like, okay. Okay. That's what Gatsby, that's all of what Gatsby is to you. I guess it's like a fun way to talk about one of your interests, right? But I did a Marxist literary theory on The Great Gatsby, and I feel like I was the only person to talk about that. And everyone was like, do we not care? Kitty, kitty. And there was this one guy, and he is like super well spoken, super articulate, and it just felt like he. It felt like he had like the words, but he didn't have the thoughts. He was just sort of talking like I don't even know what to say. He talked really well, but he was like, I don't like this book. I don't think anyone should read this book. Which, like, if that's your opinion, sure, pop off. I want to know why. But he was just saying smart things. I think they lack depth. Some people are really well spoken and eloquent, but they lack depth. It's like kind of like I can't think about it. It just sometimes I talk to people, and I think it's popular with like I think it's common, not popular. I think it's common with popular people where they have all these friends and they have all these things that they do, but they don't have a personality behind them. Not that they need to have an awesome personality. I would just like them to have a personality, because otherwise it just feels like they're sheep. Like you're just. I don't want to dehumanize anyone, but it's like, who are you without your thoughts and without your sadness and without your grief? You know what I mean? Like, who are you without that? I feel like that's really fundamentally what makes you a human person, is your depth and your thoughts and your ability to critique and analyze. But you don't do that. Or one of our other presentations was we had another presentation, we had to do two presentations, and basically a PSA about what we think students should do. Like how students can improve themselves. And a lot of people were talking about the rallies, because if you don't know, in America we have rallies. High School Musical is real. We just only act like that at a rally. And they're like, people need to be more active in the rallies. People need to dress up more and need to participate more and scream and yell. And it's like, this feels really, it's like it's only the popular kids doing it. It's like, so at our school we have an option, which I love that we have this option, because I've gone to 3 high schools, and this was not an option at any other high school I've gone to. You're just forced to go to the rally or you skip school. And either way, you get in trouble for that. But our school has an option where if you don't want to go to the rally for the last, like, 2 hours of school, or maybe it's only 1 hour, I don't really know. But you can go to a classroom, like, there's one building and all the teachers have volunteered, like, to have an open classroom for the students who don't want to attend the rally. Which I love, and that is awesome that they do. But students were like, we shouldn't have that anymore. People should stop going and they should just participate in the rally. It's like, I feel like you aren't considering the fact that rallies, as fun as they might be for you, and school spirit might be really fun for you, but it's not inclusive. It excludes students who have, like, disabilities or mental health problems, where they don't want to be hearing things that are that loud, right? I went to a rally maybe twice. One at my first school. Do you want to leave me now? Because there's a bug. One at my first school, and that's a lot of cat care. And another at this current school that I'm at. And I have to have headphones on because it's really loud and it's really overwhelming. And it really bothers. It's just a lot of yelling, and I think rallies are for popular kids. I don't like saying that because I sound like such an incel. Like, I'm just a loner. Just a loner, guys. But it is, to a certain extent, for popular kids, for the cheerleaders, for the jocks, people who have big friend groups. Because if you have a big friend group, you can enjoy these things. But you also, in order to have a big friend group, you're a cheerleader, and all your friends hate each other. You all kind of hate each other. You all get in drama. You all fight with each other in the hallways. That is not everyone's vibe. So I get the sentiment of where they're coming behind, the sentiment behind thoughts, where they want to include more people and they want to encourage people if they're feeling awkward or embarrassed or shy to participate in a rally. But have you ever considered your rallies are not inclusive? Have you ever considered the reason only freaking white girls or white passing girls or people who assimilate into white spaces, like the rallies, is because they're not inclusive? I don't know, it just felt really ableist, especially considering a lot of people in my AP Lang classes tend to be autistic, because I don't know why. But yeah. And also this other person was like, about dressing modest, which I think I agree. I like to dress modestly. I don't even like wearing this, but it's hot outside and I like to record outside for some reason. But I don't know, it's like this one girl was like, think about how you dress. And that, in their slide, like, why should we have to do like a rhetorical analysis saying like, who are you? Why should you listen to us and our audience, etc., exigence, and all that. And she was like, why should you listen to us? Well, because we were high schoolers and we're modest and we're religious and our religion says this. It's like, okay, I have a friend and she has like G cups. She's very, very, you know what I mean. She's just curvy. And what happened is she can wear, she gets into the office for how she dresses, right? But a girl can be skinnier than she is and flat chested because she's skinny and wearing the exact same outfit and they won't get sent to the office. I think the main thing is that trying to control women's bodies and the way they look when they can't really control that. It's not in your, you don't really control. Seriously, if you're being anorexic and you're starving yourself, or if you're being if you have a binge eating disorder and so you can't really, like, even then I feel like that's out of your control because it's a mental health issue and something is like basically controlling how you act because your insecurity is taking over. But I do think like it is control. You can't decide how you look. You don't decide how you look, which is why people can develop anorexia or whatever. But this is not nice. And they were like, this isn't also for only the girls. It's also for the guys who sag their pants. One thing about me is that I sag my pants. I don't like sag them where you can see my ass crack or anything. But okay. So like, let's say there's a bug over here and I really don't like it. Okay, let's just, do I have my pens with me? I sag, but like, it's not super crazy sagging. I don't have a pen with me. Okay, hypothetically, when I wear sweats, this is currently up here, right? I guess that's not the normal place, it's high rise, right? But I would put my sweats, instead of putting them over my hip bone or underneath my hip bone, that really hurts me. So I like to put them like low here, and then I have my boxers all the way up here, type thing. And that's just what I like to do. It feels comfortable for me that way. And that is, by definition, sagging. And I know how the origin of sagging, but whatever. It's like, girl, I'm getting off topic, but it's just, I think that I was talking about depth, right? Yeah, because I think I have some thoughts, and I really wish I could articulate my thoughts better, and I was eloquent, because I feel like I have really good thoughts, I just can never, I want to believe that I have complex ideas, but I have very simple words. I don't have a big enough vocabulary, or understanding of syntax and word structure to make my ideas sound the way they feel in my brain. The way my ideas feel and come to me in my brain and the way I think them feels a lot deeper than the way I can verbalize them. I feel like, you know that freaking meme? It's actually, I just thought about it. It's really good. You know, like that meme where you have like the battery here and like the low battery in your mouth? Like, that's what I am. And I feel like some people have high battery here and like low battery in their head. And I really hate that because you are so, where's your depth? Where is your personality? Where are your ambitions? And you just can't. You can say the most beautiful thing ever, but it's just so shallow and hollow to me because you don't have depth as a person, as a human being. And that's just something I've observed. So I think because of that, people should read more. Read and feel things. I think trauma does build character. going and having life experience that does build character, going and meeting, whether you don't have to, we can also not have trauma, maybe like heavy trauma. Like if you just go and you try new things and you explore the world, you will get depth because you have more experience and interactions with other people around you and communities. Meanwhile, your community is just you go play football and you objectify women with your friends, and then you go watch TikTok and you found the stupid TikTok that told you what to think, and you get all your ideas from the internet, which I don't like, but whatever. I think it's like it really sucks. How do you have the most amazing writing I've ever read from a high schooler, but you don't have the personality to back it up. You don't have like thoughts to back it up. I don't know. Um, what do I say? Parents not telling you what's in food. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I think this is mostly a thing with people who are of color, like, or immigrants, right? Because my family, are immigrants from Mexico. So, I'm second gen, I think. I'm pretty sure. But my grandma has made me menudo every morning for breakfast. Not every morning, but most mornings for breakfast. I have had so much menudo. I probably had like 900 cups in my, like, bowls in my life. I love that. I eat that shit up, bro. And what it is basically like, I don't know what's in it all the way, but I remember there's like meat, some kind of weird meat in it. And I usually never ate it. And then eventually I started eating it because I heard it gave it the flavor. Like, I know we basically, there's this meat from a cow in it. Meat. And you put it in the broth and it gives it its flavor. And I would just always eat around it, always eat around it. And then one day I just got older and I started like enjoying the texture and the taste of it very vaguely. I still don't prefer it. I like the corn that's in it better. And I remember one day I just asked my grandma, I was like, Grandma, what's in this? And she's like, you don't want to know. I was like, what's in it? And she's like, tripe. And I'm like, what's tripe? I've never heard this word before. My mom's taking a shower. I've never heard this word tripe before. Like, what is that? Oh, sorry, bugs really gross me out. I like being outside because I like my purple flowers back there, but then there's bugs out here and grass, and it just really bothers me. But I am trying to get out of my comfort zone. Like the other day, earlier this year, I went to the forest. Like it was really misty and foggy and late at night, and I put my full head in the grass, and it was really gross and wet, and bugs everywhere and dirt everywhere. But I did it, and I like the outdoors visually, it's not physically. But anyways, I was like, what's tripe? And she's like, cow stomach. And I'm like, oh, I've been eating cow stomach. I didn't know I was. So now when I ask what's in my food I eat, she's like, you don't want to know. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. And if I could, I have either option to ask her again what's in it, so she'll tell me, but that ruins a lot of food for me. So now I don't ask. I don't need to know. It's okay. Oh, there's so many bugs. I'm really uncomfortable. There wasn't as many bugs yesterday. Yeah. So I don't know if that's experience with other people in other cultures, because I know, like, I don't want to say like, I don't want to be like, oh, this brown person or this Asian person. Asian people can be wrong, but you know what I mean. Like this person from another continent that isn't freaking super Western or European, they eat this organ from an animal, and that's really gross. Or they eat this seafood thing, and that's disgusting, and it smells gross. They should stop eating it. No, I think that food can definitely be good, and it takes a lot of experimenting in the kitchen to figure out, hey, this works well with this other ingredient, and that's really awesome to me. But it's not fun to know because I guess I've been raised in America, and so I have that sort of standards where it's like, I'd like to eat, I'd like to eat, just some fries, please. No salt, no flavoring, please. Just please, just a bit of salt and, oh, do you want some really dry pasta? Do you want dry pasta to eat? I'm white. I don't know what flavors are. Right? So I feel like I kind of might have that mindset to it. Maybe like everyone in the world really likes tripe, and it's just me who feels awkward about it. But it's really jarring. I was like, I've been eating cow stomach, and nobody told me this was cow stomach. Oh my gosh, also like pig feet. Oh, duck feet sauce. I've been eating duck feet sauce, so I stopped eating that. I feel really bigoted saying that, but it's the idea of it that kind of grosses me out. I want to give up the noodle because I feel really bad eating cow. If you I don't know how many videos of mine you've seen, but I feel bad eating cow because Flint is a minotaur, and I don't want to like offend him by eating cow. So it's like, do I give up my noodle? Because I've been eating cow stomach. I also love milk. I switched to oat milk. Or I like soy milk as well. Not soy. I mean, what is that? Skim. I like skim milk. Almond is okay. I really like oats and skim milk. It tastes amazing. Right? So I switched over to that because I feel bad for the cows. But I love burgers. I don't want to give burgers up. And I don't want to give up noodle because it tastes so delicious. I guess I could just stop eating the tribe part, but that gives it all of its flavor. So oh, you're looking at the bug? Will you get it for me? Will you get the bug? Because you love me? It's too high up for you. Yeah, so if anyone else ate something for a long time and they didn't know what was in it, tell me. Because I eating mouse stomach. There's definitely worse things out there, but I learned to stop asking questions because I don't want to know the answers to them. And I don't want to look it up because why would I want to ruin a food for me that I like? Mm. Wow, it's at like 20 minutes already. I think that if you want to boycott something, you can boycott something. You just have to actually want it and actually care rather than being. I think the problem is to us now, it isn't as serious. Like in the 50s, the water sport that got those people to boycott freaking grapes, bro. Like, we did that. Not me, but like, like we, America as a whole, as society, we cared and we had empathy for each other. Obviously, we're always going to be the past as like, it was so awesome and this generation's cooked. But that was happening. We would boycott things if it mattered to us. We had empathy for other people. We love people, you know what I mean? So I really appreciate how like the civil rights movement and the United Farm Workers movement, they joined together and did that, right? But now activism is either looked down upon by everyone because they're white kids on the internet in like a Midwest or southern state, and so they've been brainwashed into thinking all immigrants are bad, and even Democrats are that way. I don't like Dems, but basically, we used to care for people and we used to care about causes. I think it has become exceedingly harder to boycott now, but think about it. To boycott every single grocery store that has grapes. Even if you're not buying grapes, to boycott every single grocery store that even has a grape, right? And even today, oh, right, to do that. Like every store, if you not even to like, maybe you got your groceries, you didn't see grapes, and then you're going into the register and you see grapes, and all of a sudden you're like, actually, let me not buy this. Let me get something else. Because they did that. A lot of people did that, and it worked. And all of your food. I don't care if you're in like freaking New York or New Jersey or freaking Virginia. I'm willing to bet that your vegetables came from produce not made, but like that. Can you not get on my computer? I'm willing to bet that your produce, your vegetables, your fruits, they're from a farm worker who's Indian or from Afghanistan or Mexican or from Venezuela. I'm sorry. We gotta make a lot of your food. I'm willing to bet that. And so for us to boycott something just because even then, I see people who are Mexican and they won't boycott Starbucks. They won't boycott Spotify, even though it harms them directly. Like it's one thing when the people of that race, quote unquote, or nationality won't even boycott something that's harming them. Like that's crazy to me. So I don't want to have Nestle anymore because look up what Nestle did. I don't really support them doing that to babies in Africa. I think that sucks. And the only thing I ever had from Nestle is I love their Crunch bars. I love the Crunch bars. They taste so freaking good with the Crispies inside. So bomb, right? I don't like that. Or I like the Abuelita's hot chocolate. And then I figured out I like Ibarra hot chocolate more. So thank you, Ibarra. I love you, Ibarra hot chocolate. Thank you, Ibarra. Right? Wow. All of a sudden, I guess it's harder if you like all chocolate, but at that point, there's alternatives. There's other countries. I know Nestle owns all of the other I'm not countries, companies. Yeah. Yeah, but have you considered that you don't need it to survive? Have you considered that the lives of babies matter? And it's always the people who are like voting for abortion. She's biting me. It's always the people who like vote not for abortion, vote against abortion. It's like, oh, don't kill the baby in your tummy. I'm gonna go give all my money to this company that kills babies. Right, like, no, you don't care about this issue. I think it's just activism is so performative now. People do it because it's on TikTok and you look like a bad person if you don't. Like, I think the profile pictures, when everyone got their purple profile pictures, that's great, but what are you doing outside of that? Are you gonna go protest? You don't need to find it's really awesome to find a protest and to go to that, but are you gonna maybe just go to a busy freeway or something and hold up a sign? No one's gonna hurt you. Chances are very small. It's possible someone might harass you in their car as they drive by, but, you know, you might get a few honks, you might get... Just to do that, just to show that people care. You know, do you go to your capital and do you protest? No, you just... Your profile picture is purple. Thanks for making your profile picture purple. The people dying really, really appreciate this. You saved them. Like, no. If you wanted to boycott something, you would. I love Frappuccinos. Don't go to Starbucks because they're overpriced and I don't need a Frappuccino to live. I don't need it to live. I enjoy having that extra cash in my freaking wallet anyway. I don't go to McDonald's because I don't like slavery. I don't like any of the other bullshit that they pull. God bless. I don't need McDonald's to live. The only thing I like from there is their ice cream. I can get ice cream somewhere else. You know, you could really, and I don't like the argument, like, small businesses are more expensive because you're not supporting them, because you don't go to them, that they have to raise their prices, because you, specifically you, won't go in and buy just a little bit of things. Just a little bit. You know what I mean? My favorite thing, I hate Walmart. I love the little Mexican grocery stores that are independently owned, and they make everything themselves every morning. They make the new pan dulce, they make the new tres leches, they make all these ingredients for you by hand, and they have mole sauce and everything, which I don't even like. I prefer mole homemade, but they have it. They have everything homemade. There's these mom and pop shops, and they're very sweet people, and they're very nice. You don't even need to be buddy to you, but they hook it up for you. You get more bang for your buck. It's more expensive to buy this one thing, but guess what? These people are going to be nice to you, and they're like, oh, we're not going to even sell that much today. Just have some more bang for your buck. You could if you wanted to. If you really wanted to, you would, and you could, but you don't want to. You don't want to do anything. I can't even vote. I'm not old enough to vote. I love to go protest, and I love to go get involved when I can. I love to go to these freaking socialist meetings, whatever, right? If you wanted to, you would. But you don't want to, and you don't care for people, and activism is it's something you can post on social media, so then you look nice. And if people suddenly switched, and the mass majority, I think the majority is just pretty much stupid in the American healthcare system. And the American education system is the reason why people love Trump so much, because they don't have brains to think for themselves, and they've been brainwashed into this since birth. But like, if you wanted to make things better for even yourself, you would, but you don't understand the gravity of it all, which sucks. And I think people should care about themselves, because even the most, I don't know if people would consider me white or not, but the most racist, sexist, evil, bigoted Republican in the world, in freaking America, I think that sucks for them. That they believe Trump, they believe Daddy Trump, and they believe even the Dems who believe freaking very small amounts of, like, Democrats saying, reform ICE. If you, even the most shallow people who don't understand that, I want them to have free healthcare. I want someone who would call me a spick to have free healthcare, because I think they're a human person and they deserve basic rights and dignity. I'm sorry. Meanwhile, they'd go like, let's get this girl out of here. Like, no. Like, I don't... If you see a Republican person and you're performatively a Democrat or whatever party you are in, and you think this person sucks, they need to go die because they think this about immigrants, and they think this about women, and they want children to be aborted, you have to realize these people aren't very smart. They're not educated well. We need... And even so, they're on our side. They're not making billions of dollars and willingly killing children. They're not freaking Benjamin Netanyahu. Are you scared? Oh, thank you for the kisses. Oh, they're so cute when you kiss me. Right? But they're on our side. They are impoverished, and there's even people who freaking voted for Trump, and then the New York Times, which I don't like, even the New York Times, but like they went and they interviewed people, like, what do you think? You don't have your food stamps right now. What's happening? Wow, most people voted for Trump. They voted against me and my family. I hope they get food. I hope they have food to feed themselves. I think they deserve soda. I think they deserve candies and treats. Everyone deserves to have fun and joy and whimsy in their life, and I hope they get it. I hope they get it. Even if you hate me, I love you. Right? Like, I don't know. Yeah. It's at like the 30-minute mark, so I'm gonna stop recording. I wanted to make it shorter this time, but I can't help it. I'm a chatterbox. Bye.